Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are staying safe and keeping healthy. This is a part 2 of the freezer prep for Ramadan. A quick look at what I'm making today. I'm bulk preparing some spring rolls, chicken and veggie spring rolls and shami kebabs. Firstly, I'm getting started with the shami kebabs. I have about 700 grams of ground beef here in a pressure cooker. To that I'm adding about a cup of chana dal and a cup of water. And the spices goes 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, about 2 inches of cinnamon or dalchini, 3 large cloves of garlic, a cube of ginger, that's adrak, that's about 1 tablespoon. Give it all a good mix and let that cook. Now while that's cooking, I got a pot of boiling water with two large chicken breasts in them, and I'm letting it boil for about 10 minutes. And meanwhile I added another cup of water to the pressure cooker and closed the lid and let that pressure cook for about 10 to 15 minutes until the dal is soft. Now while my chicken is boiling and shami kebab mix is cooking, I'm getting on to finally slicing my veggies. I sliced some bell peppers here and a cabbage here, and I have a green cabbage here and I am shredding it with the white peeler. And here comes the tip number 1 of the day: shred your cabbage with a peeler and everyone will think you got some good knife skills. Anyways, the chicken is now boiled, and now I'm making this contraption with my hand mixer, basically making 2 holes in the disposable plate and fixing the mixer attachment through it so that your kitchen doesn't get splashed with the chicken. And here comes tip number 2 of the day: shred your chicken with a hand mixer and save hours of your time fiddling around with the forks. I know, I have done it in the past as well. Chicken is looking good and all shredded up. By the way, I have turned the stove off of the pressure cooker and the kebab mix is cooling. Why am I showing the chicken so many times? So anyways, now I have a pan with some olive oil in it, and I'm just toasting the chicken in it, which I have shredded up. And now I'm adding some spices. I have added paprika, ginger powder, garlic powder, some crushed black pepper and salt. And that's my husband mixing the chicken. Such a nice helper he is, mashallah. And now comes the green chilies and more coriander, and give it all a good mix. And that's all. Our mix is done, and let that cool. Now that the kebab mix is all cooled off, I'm putting in the food processor and making a paste of it. And that's my husband adding lemon to every single thing I'm cooking today. So some more mint and coriander and green chilies to this mix, and I added 2 eggs as well and make a fine paste out of it. So now on to making the spring rolls. I've got these spring roll pastry sheets, and this is what I'm gonna use to make the spring rolls, actually jumbo spring rolls. And here I'm making a mixture of the flour and water, basically like a glue for sealing the rolls. So make a runny paste out of it so that you can easily apply it. To make the spring rolls, I'm just filling them and rolling them. I hope I demonstrated well enough to be understood. So basically this is like an envelope fold, where you fold the lower flap in first and then wrap the sides and then roll it away and then seal it in. I'm not sure if I'm explaining there. that all these rolls are all rolled up and ready to go, I'm gonna put them in a tray and freeze them, and after they are all frozen, I can take them out and put them in a Ziploc bag and chuck it in the freezer. Now coming back to the shami kebabs, I have wet my hands with water and taken a small amount of the mixture and then flattening it to about 1 centimeter thick and laying it on a plate which I have already lined with the cling film. And once the plate is all filled up, I'm laying another sheet of the cling film to it and placing the kebabs on it, and then freeze them until they are completely frozen, and then separate them and remove it from the plate and then put them in a Ziploc bag, and then again you can place them in the freezer. So whenever as and when you need, you can just take them out, defrost it for about a minute or so, maybe 30 seconds, and then you can just shallow fry it on a pan and you're ready to go. The spring rolls and the shami kebabs have been in the freezer all night and they are completely frozen. So now I'm separating them and removing them from the baking sheet and the plate basically. Store them away in a nicely sealed Ziploc bag in the freezer, and we are sorted for at least few iftaris. So that's all my prep done for now, and much more coming for part 3 maybe. Stay safe and stay healthy and have a blessed Ramadan. Allah Hafiz.